Hey Mingos, welcome to Nailchemy. My name's Lisa Groves and today I'm going to be showing you how to do an orange French manicure with a black drop shadow. Stay tuned.
Okay, so on this nail we are going to be using Blossom Core Powder, and I'm also going to be using Aspen, which is one of my favourites from the new collection. And we're also going to be using the Onyx Gel Polish. This is the black one. So, where is my dapping dish? So I'm using my medium speed monomer today. I'm just going to pop some of that in my dapping dish. Right, so I've already done all my cuticle work, and as you can see, this is an infill for my lovely Sammy. So we've stripped down the old design, so you may be able to see like small amounts of pink in there, but it's all going to get covered up. It's not a problem. So I've done my cuticle work. I have wiped over with my nail plate cleanser, and I'm just going to come in with the Ultra Bond now and pop that just on the natural nail and then give that a couple of seconds to dry. So while that's drying, I can prep my brush. You can hear my noisy dogs in the background. Noisy puppers. So I'm using the A8 acrylic brush. Just going to give that a swirl in my monomer. Okay. Right, so because Sammy always has acrylic designs, I always make sure that I've got, come this way, there we go. I always make sure that I've got a clear acrylic base down. So she has still got that from the previous design, but obviously where the growth has come in, the natural nail is exposed. So I'm just going to pop my thin clear base down around the cuticle area. Keep it thin, super thin. There we go. Right, so give that a couple of seconds to set before you go in with your next colour. Okay, so I love using Blossom for a nude nail bed. I do really like it. So when it comes to doing French, we've got quite a large nail here, so I am going to do this in 2 beads. So pick up my first bead and I'm going to place that in the middle of the nail. Keep the nail tilted down. That's going to help form your smile line. And while that bead is settling, I'm just going to blend the back of that bead to the nail. And then as it starts setting, you can use the belly of your brush to start pressing your smile line into place. So by initially keeping the nail tilted down, it's going to make the product fall down the nail, starts doing your smile line for you essentially. And then we can come in and sharpen this up with our brush. I do tend to still file my smile line a little bit, just out of habit. You don't have to. If you're happy with how you formed it with your brush, you can leave it and then add whatever colour you're adding on the end. But I do like to sharpen things up with a nail file. And I'm definitely going to do that today because of the drop shadow that we're adding in. I really want to get that nice and crisp. So don't worry if you've got to this point and your product is setting and you can't push it anymore and you're panicking that it's not perfect, because you can come in and file it and really perfect that smile line. So once I'm happy with that, I'm then going to come in with my cuticle bead. Quite close to the cuticle. Tap that into place around the cuticle. Again, keep that nail tilted down. That way, while you're working the cuticle in the sidewall area, the product will be falling into place where we need it. And then I can literally just feather that bead. Sammy, turn your phone off.
Off.
Naughty Sammy.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Yes, you did.
I just wanted you followers to think I was popular.
I'm going to get sacked from Nailchemy now, and it's going to be all your fault.
Sorry.
Okay, so we blend that bead just with the tip of our brush. So the idea is when you blend the first bead up and then you blend in the next one down, it just helps the beads transition into one another and just helps it look like one whole bead, like it was meant to be. So I need to give that a couple of minutes to set before I come in and file my smile line. If I start filing it now, it's just going to go everywhere, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to give this a couple of minutes. Nearly hit stop then. I don't want to stop it. Okay, you hear that tap? That means we are ready to file. Okay, so I'm using my 180-240. I'm using my 180 side. You can use the 100-180 as well. Doesn't really matter what you use to file this, as long as you're getting it nice and sharp. That is all that matters. Make sure that you're keeping your nail file at a 90-degree angle like this. Not like this, not like this. It's got to be 90 degrees. That's really going to ensure that you get a super, super sharp, crisp smile line. So contour it all the way around, like so. And then what I like to do as well is I tend to file on the top as well. That way it just makes it a bit more visible. You probably won't pick this up on the camera, on the screen, but when you file the top, it really sharpens up the edge, gives you a definite corner. And I just like to do this so that I can see that definite corner all the way around my smile line. So I know for definite, 100%, I have got that crisp smile line. Let's see if you can see this on the camera. Where's my brush? Where's my duster brush? Right, so you should be able to see, ignore that glitter that was there from last time. You should be able to see along here. I've got a definite corner now. That's what we want. And we need to make sure that that corner goes right up into these corners up here. Corners in the corners. That's what we need. Okay, so when you're happy with that, we need to get our gel polish out. Okay, I am using the 8mm fine liner for this bit. You can use any brush for this bit really, as long as it's small, that's all we need. So I'm just going to get a blob of the onyx. I always use the back of my thumb as my palette. You can alternatively use an actual palette. That's what they are designed for, not your thumbnail. Right, so I'm going to get this black gel polish and I'm going to paint my smile line, and I'm going to paint in this corner. So I'm going to completely fill this 90-degree edge with the gel polish, but I'm also going to be coming up this wall that we've made in the acrylic right to that very, very corner. Doesn't matter too much if you go over, if you make a mistake and you end up slipping up over onto the top of the nail. That's okay, it will file off. Oh, look, see, I've just done it. it's okay. It will file off. But I need to make sure that we go all the way around and then completely fill this in as well. I'm not even in shot here. There we go. So fill it all in. So I'm using the black gel polish for this. You can also use the artisan paints. So the artisan paints obviously you'd do in 1 coat. This I am going to need 2 coats. So I'm going to pop that in for a full 30-second cure. Those little fat rolls, look.
I know.
Little muffin top. Okay, so first coat cured, and I'm just going to come in and just darken this up with the second coat. More so along the very, very top of this corner. I really want that nice and sharp because this is the only bit that you're going to see really, the very top of it. The rest is going to be covered up, but I want it sharp and crisp. Okay, write that in, another 30 seconds. What did you do?
Did I smudge it?
I think we're all good. Just put it in the lamp. In the lamp.
Sorry. Sorry.
I don't know how clients do it, you know. The hole's big enough. It's a big enough hole. Put your hand in it. I swear, it's like...
It's these varifocals. Blame everything on the varifocals.
I need a better model, that's what I need. I'm joking, I don't need a better model. You are the best.
Thank you.
Don't tell my other models I said that. Don't have any other models. Okay, right, so we are now coming in with Aspen. So, like I said, don't worry if you get your gel polish up on top of the actual nail. It's not a problem, it is going to file out. So with your Aspen, it's up to you. You can do it in 1 bead or 2 beads. I generally try and do it in 1 bead, but it doesn't always pan out how we want it to. So sometimes I've got to go back in it a little bit more, and that's not a problem. So I'm going to put my bead on and travel this up the side walls. Again, it's not a problem if this ends up going on top of the nail like so. It's not a problem because it's going to file off. But I need to make sure that I've got ample product up in these corners, which I haven't. I'm just going to get a small bead. And then I'm going to need a little bit more right on this tip. Bit shy on the product there, Sam.
Never mind.
Bum, bum, bum. So if you have got any excess product, you can just take that off the end now. I haven't, so I don't need to, but I'm just going to spend a little bit of time just perfecting the overall shape and structure of this nail. Obviously we still have to file it, but just get the acrylic a bit better in place while you can. Makes the filing easier. I love this one. It's so beautiful.
It is one of my favourite colours.
I love a good shimmer acrylic. Dogs have spotted something. Okay, right, so I'm going to give this a good few minutes to set, and then we'll get this filed up. And they found a fly. We'll get this filed up and we'll go from there.
He's got a ball in his mouth.
It'll be fine. Okay, right, we are all dry. So I can start shaping this nail now and filing off. So this top section here, you can see the black that went onto the top and that bit of orange that went onto the top. So if I just file there, you'll see that that will file off. That's the orange gone, and there goes the black. So don't worry if you get stuff on top of the nail, because it will file out, it's fine. Now I'll just move you there. Squeaky ball. So as we file this out, you'll see we now end up with a sharp black line on our smile line, and that's our drop shadow. So yes, the answer to your question is we can encapsulate gel polish. That's if you were asking that question. Don't forget to file your cuticle area as well. I ain't got enough room here. Boys, I need to get in that new studio ASAP. Max, leave the kitty cat alone. Come on, boys.
Poor cat's just hiding under the table.
Mummy, help me.
Two dogs watching her. Lando.
Right, so up on this corner, I have filed a little bit too much and exposed more of the black than I wanted to, but it's not a problem. I will show you how to cover that up. It's okay. Kind of rule of thumb here with French smile lines is if you mess it up, get the crystals out. And no one has to know. No one has to know. Okay, that is looking good. Right, let's give this a wipe over. Right, so you can wipe over with your alcohol, or you can give it a bit of a buff. Either or you can do both. Give it a buff and then wipe over with your acetone. Did I say alcohol or acetone? I think I said alcohol, didn't I?
I think you might say alcohol.
Don't wipe
Sorry.
over with your alcohol. You need to wipe over with acetone.
I wasn't actually listening. I was scratching the dog.
Keep buff nubbing you. There we go. So smooth that out. Give that a dust down. Okay, right, so I'm going to top coat this nail now, and like I say, I've got a little bit too much black exposed here. So what I'm going to do, I've got some gorgeous orange crystals, and I've got some of the black caviar beads as well. So I'm going to use that to just disguise that a little bit. It's okay.
I love crystal. Bling me up, baby.
Right, where's my crystal picker-upper? There it is. Right, so I always set my crystals and my caviar beads in my top coat. So what I do is top coat the entire nail. Now that will really bring out that black smile line. Look at that. So completely top coat the nail. And then what I'm going to do, just want some of these smaller crystals. So I'm going to place these down the side of the nail and then bring them along my smile line as well. Get off. There we go. Couple of dinky ones. And then let's put one of these up here as well. So move those about until you're happy. And then I'm going to add some of the caviar beads. Now, adding my caviar beads, I'm going to use my 8mm liner. I'm going to dip it just in a little bit of top coat. Tiny little bit of top coat in there. I can never be trusted with caviar beads because I spill them everywhere. So I'm going to use that little bit of top coat just to pick hopefully one of these up at a time. So by using your top coat to pick it up, the caviar bead ends up covered in top coat, which just helps seal it to the nail a little bit better. If you do end up picking up more than one, it's not a problem because you can split them up on the nail. And I'm just going to pop a single caviar bead in between each crystal. Like so. One on the end up there. One here. And then just under them as well till we get up into that corner. Lando, put the bowl down, please. Oh, dropped one. Keep dropping them. I only want one of you. They're fiddly buggers, aren't they? There we go. Right, pop you around there. So when you're happy with how they're placed, I'm just going to come back in with my top coat just with a little bit on it. And I'm going to kind of butt the top coat up to them. Like that. And then just smooth that out so you've not got any big lumps of top coat anywhere. Okay, when you're happy with that, that can go into the lamp for a full cure. Okay, and I am going to finish this nail off with some of the mango. No, it's not mango. It is melon. Melon Elixir Cuticle Oil. There we go. La-da-dee, la-da-da. Perfect.
So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that nail. Don't forget to watch the second video where you'll see me complete the other 2 nails for this set. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, drop any comments down below, and more importantly, click that subscribe button so that you'll get a notification ready for when the next video drops. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.